again. Welcome to today's attempt at the TimeGuessr puzzle, the game that tests your history knowledge and your geography knowledge. We'll be given a series of 5 photos like this one. For each one we have to say, where in the world was it taken? But we also have to say, when in history was it taken? It could be anywhere between 1900 and today. There's points the closer you are, both on the map and on the timeline. I usually aim for about 2/3 to 3/4 of the total points. Let's see how we get on today, and of course feel free to play along at home and leave your guesses in the comments. Now, this is definitely not going to be 1900, is it? Do we know the name of this tube station? I was going to say, is it in New York or in London? Because those are the 2 busiest, I suspect, metros in the world. But it's actually, that's in Hebrew, so it's going to be Jerusalem or Tel Aviv. I mean, Jerusalem and Tel Aviv are not super close to each other, but they're in the same country, and Israel is pretty small. So if I go for one and it turns out to be the other, it's not going to be the end of the world. I don't know whether Jerusalem does actually have an underground, so I suspect I'm going to have to go for Tel Aviv. I mean, I really don't know when this was, but it looks like a very modern photo, so we will stick with it. 2025. Could be Haifa, I suppose. I think Tel Aviv is a lot more likely. Is there, if I zoom in enough, will I get some underground symbols? I mean, there's a chance that it is in a district of New York where a lot of Jewish people live. That is definitely plausible, because I don't know if there are any tube systems in Israel, but that is definitely a Hebrew sign. Surely, I mean, I was going to say surely it has to be in Israel. I'm just really not sure. I've not used the New York tube or any of the other tubes in any of the American cities either, so I really don't know. But obviously I've not used it in Tel Aviv either, which is why I don't even know if it exists. Let's just go here. That's clearly some kind of train station. 2025. I was right about that. It is in Jerusalem's, one of Jerusalem's railway stations. I got the wrong city. That's frustrating. But still got plenty of points for that, so I'll take it. What's going on here? This looks Japanese. That is definitely a letter that is used in Japanese. Yeah, I think it's Japanese rather than Chinese or Korean or something else from that part of the world. I mean, I can't read any of these signs apart from Kennedy Town. No idea when that was. I guess I'm going to assume it's in Tokyo. What year do we think? This is definitely nowhere near as modern as the previous one. If I was an expert on car number plates, I'd know exactly what year something like this would have been released. I don't know, do we go 60s, 70s or 80s or 90s? I think let's go 85, why not? It looks like it could come around that area just from the clothes. I mean, it could be a bit later. I don't think it's going to be earlier. Or certainly not significantly earlier. Let's go for Tokyo. It was Hong Kong. It was none of the languages that I said. That's frustrating. And none of the locations I said. At least I was within a decade, but less than half points on that one. I was in the right continent. I deserve more than 1,500 points for location. They're a bit too harsh. I sell the best things, very good ice cream. Is that Marble Arch? Or is it Brandenburg Gate? There are just too many gate-looking things in the world. I mean, does that say gelato? Ice cream, drinks, cola, it's all in English. That's what makes me think it's Marble Arch. But at the same time, I mean, to be fair, no, it's not Marble Arch, because we've definitely never had number plates that look like this in this country. Oh, is it going to be Bevete? Bevete isn't French. Because, I mean, the other option is it could be the Arc de Triomphe. I said there's too many arcs in the world. This could be Paris. It could be. I probably should just assume it's Italy, given that gelato is stereotypically very Italian. I don't know if Bevete, I don't recognise it, which does mean it's more likely to be Italian because I've studied French and Spanish at school. I'm clearly not an expert on either of them, but I'm more of an expert than I am at Italian. What year? This looks older than the previous one. I'm kind of tempted to leave it at 62. It does look pretty old. Let's go a touch later. We'll go 65. Rome or Turin or Milan or Naples. I don't know. Oh, I kind of want to hedge my bets and go for Turin just because it's closer to mainland Europe in case it's somewhere else. But I'm going to go for Rome just because it's the capital and it's more likely to be correct. It is Rome. Phew! The Arch of Constantine. Constantine. I've never heard of that. I've been to Rome several times. I might have seen it. Just didn't remember it because there's too many arches. Oh dear. Okay, at least we were very close and we weren't a million miles off on the year. What's going on here? This looks decidedly Polish. That L with a line is definitely a Polish letter. Oh, and ZL for Zloty. Okay, so it's definitely Poland. Brodno. Out of all the things on this list, Brodno is the one thing that has got something in my head that might be a place name. But I'm really not certain. This looks older than the previous one. But, I mean, it could be 70s rather than 60s. It could be 50s. What was the previous one? The previous one was 74. Okay, so if the previous one was 74, maybe I'll go 65 again. And then we'll zoom into Poland. I don't know if I'm going to recognise any of these place names. If Brodno is a place, is it big enough to appear? The other thing is, this is possibly a bus going to Brodno, which means that even if I find it, it doesn't guarantee that that's where the bus actually is. And I am definitely not certain that it is the name of a place. I mean, it could be the name of a district. This doesn't have to be a long distance bus. I don't recognise this palace. You won't be surprised to hear. But let's just go for Warsaw because, of course, it's overwhelmingly likely to be correct. Again, I can't see any places called Brodno, but we'll just go somewhere central in Warsaw. It was in the 60s and it was in Warsaw. I will take that as a win. Oh wow, and we're ending with what looks to be by far the oldest one from this set. Is that Cyrillic? Is it going to be Bulgaria or Russia, do we think? I don't know. Quite likely to just be Moscow, isn't it? I mean, there's a chance that says Belarus. That could be a B-E-L something something something. I mean, not sure. What does that say? I don't know what any of these words are. I'm not sure it would help me even if I did. M-O-N? Is that letter pronounced as an N? Monet? My Cyrillic /Russian/something reading has gone out the window today. What year do we think? How close to the wars are these? And, I mean, which war? Is it going to be between the wars? That says 1917. Does that mean this was taken in 1917, or is it just commemorating something that happened in 1917? It really is. I mean, the photo is in. If it's in 1917, it's in very good condition. So I'm gonna guess. I'm not gonna go too much later. I'm gonna go 1927. I'll hope that it's a 10-year anniversary or something. And even if it does turn out to be 1917, I'll still get a couple of thousand points. I guess we'll go for Moscow, and I'll be annoyed if it's not Moscow, but it's quite likely that I'll be annoyed. Oh, it was 1918 and it was St. Petersburg rather than Moscow. That's a bit frustrating. At least I was in the right country. 2500. I should have just gone 1917 in hindsight. Celebrate the nation's first May Day after the Russian Revolution. There we go. That was a momentous occasion. But we still got 6,300 points. It could have been better, but it definitely could have been worse. We've ended with 72, almost 73%. So I said I usually aim for 2/3 to 3/4. We almost got over the 3/4 mark, but we definitely did beat the 2/3. So not a spectacularly good performance, but definitely not terrible. Let me know how you got on with these ones. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.